and thank you for watching the video. We have a new campaign that just started. Let's see here. I'm just gonna skip through a lot of this. And away, your campaign for the Commonwealth to a premium cruiser Hector, Spanish cruise with an early access, and Spanish themed calendar. Click the Golden Tides event with the ship's commander's geniuses. All features of the Fleet Cup. Okay. Yep. And so, what do we have for our new Commander Genesis guy here? Spanish Commander, Enduring Spirit, incoming damage from all shells, torpedoes, and bombs to cruiser for 1 AP lost. Okay. I'm going to check the store quickly and then go into the campaign. Azur Lane combo. That must be why there's a Azur Lane, the PlayStation shop. I'm gonna grab my free crate. Okay, so that must be the one from last year then. Okay, so we have Golden Tides and the Spanish cruisers. Let's take a look at some of the paint jobs, shall we? To me, it gives like a Greek stained glass theme to it. That might just me. They do look kind of nice. What does the 281 look? Anything different? I know the 3 and 4 and up look pretty much the same. Yeah. Okay. I believe this is just this is the pack of the skins. Let's go back to the Golden Tides, take a look what I'll get into. Japanese ship, Desert Falcon. Okay. If I remember correctly, the torpedoes only face halfway to the rear. So you gotta pretty much plan ahead and make sure you can fire, say, backing up to hit your enemies. I've done that before they added cruisers. And they changed the state layout. Okay. This is gonna be fun to go through. I kind of like the old style. They made everything a little bit more simple, and I can't scroll down for some reason. Yeah, that's an issue. Secondary. Okay, I'm going to take a look at what's going with the stats thing. That is not a good mechanic, if you ask me. The old one was a lot better and easier to go through. But if you had to fight her, well, pretty much anywhere would be a nice area to hit, because the areas around her turrets are 25 to 26 penetration damage though, and that tier, just about anything should be able to penetrate through her. Is it a good ship to go through with? That's up to you if you're a new player, yes. She is good with HE damage, but she is a slow aim, so you're not be hitting anything far away. Okay, so the Mirage, Spanish ship. She's also another cruiser. It seems like we're getting a lot of cruisers this season. We got a smoke screen as we go. I really do hate this new specs tier. Mainly because I can't go down to see what's the HE shells stuff and so forth. Okay, 207. Looks like anything, if you aim for like above the bow, like past the turrets, you should be able to penetrate either the front or the back with ease. If you aim right at the turrets in between, you won't be doing as much damage. Good concealment, and the torpedoes would quiver faster. I believe it was a, what, yeah, Russian flag. Battleship 208. I don't know, I have issues with the Russians, mainly because of the repair boosters, or damage control, that's what I mean. Okay. I wonder if there's a way to go back to the old style of specs. I really do not like this circle nude style. Let's see. Yeah, it's not letting me... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I really did like the other way because I could just look at everything at a glance. So I'm looking at 18 guns secondaries in that group and 8, so that's approximately 26 guns total for secondaries. She's heavily armed, but if you just aim for the main citadels, the main control towers, otherwise she's not going to be able to do much damage. What was her speed? This is all... Oh, 27. She's quite slow for her rank. But her turns due to full circlement they claim. I would believe that would be the back ones, not the front one. That'll be kind of hard to get around. And secondary guns is was claiming that it has good secondaries. Yeah, that actually is good. If I did my secondary boost, it'd probably be 11 kilometers, maybe 12. But I still have issues with the Russian tank battleship tree. Okay, German destroyer. Sakura, I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm just going to stick with this. I'm going to just start skipping the specs because of I'm not really looking too forward for this. 10, 10. Okay, so everything's at 10, so that's pretty good. I just gotta find the concealment, which is 7. I can drop that down to about 6, maybe 5. Okay, tough, superior HE, that's great, because when you fight with other destroyers, and she's also still legendary, that's something I missed when I was looking at the specs, I mean, title. Yep. Not even sure what was that. Okay, so American Battleship 206 Kheper, I believe I just pronounced that. I'm assuming we're doing like a European Egypt theme. Okay. So she has 10 secondary guns, 5 on each side. I'm trying to figure out how to work the spec sheets. I do apologize. Her weak points are pretty much anything past the main guns. So if you're aiming like for the front, she's a little bit thin there at 25 to 26 penetration. Okay, she has a superior AP, they claim. And these are just genocide style commandos. Golden Journey. Okay. And that's pretty much all the ships we just went through. And the commandos. Now, there's Azur Lane has come back. And let's see this 6 combo, which I believe, yeah, I have. Number 5 combo, which I believe I did a while back. And returning commander, so I'll have to take a look at this in a second. Okay, so AO0, I believe she's pretty much the same thing, just a different skin and legendary. And with this new spec tree, it makes it hard for me to go through this. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ships that you can easily destroy the front and rears if you pretty much target the anchors. I'll just say that. Soviet Russia. I know I've seen her on the seas quite a few times, about 6 months ago. So this seems to be a good one. But just be careful with this damage control team. Sure, she reloads fast, but you burn through them quite easily. Yeah, she's heavily armed, but as big as she is, she'll probably just start fires easily. And Chatsworth looks nice. You can switch out Stoner with the anti-A, but that's only if you're playing with the cruiser. I mean, carrier. Yeah, same thing. It seems like, I don't know, it used to be some of the cruisers will be stretching out the armor thickness all the way across their bows. Now it seems like they're just doing the same thing of once it gets past the turn, it just gets cut off. I have to check out some of the older ships I have and see if they're just redesigning the armor plating. Superior HE penetration. Oh, it's okay. A little costly though, but yeah, that's a nice skin. That was for the Bismarck. Here's the one for the Colorado. I know it has stripes and should look good, look like it's going fast, but we all know Colorado is quite slow. Okay, the commanders. Bismarck, unwavering strength, secondary reload, secondary battery dispersion. We have the Adroit Challenger, Cruiser main and sap shells damage. Okay, she's heavily. If you want any Italian ships that have that sap, she'll be great to have. So, yeah, I don't really see too many commanders with that damage multiplier to work with. Frozen Edge, vessel catching fire minus 3%. Battleship detectability, okay. Colorado, focus assault, battleship main gun reload time, battleship main battery shell grouping, okay. There's no commander in the Azur lane 2, I believe it's Queen Elizabeth. She has something similar like this, but she also has main battery rotation speed improved. Grin and fire. Cruiser main battery reload time and incoming damage to your citadel. Okay. Okay, here's number 4. I'm not gonna go through all these, but I'll probably take a look at some of the commanders. I know some of them are pretty good, and might be an idea to actually grab them and use them in your gameplay. Freedom through firepower. Main battery shells that are leveled travel over 10 kilometers, deal extra damage. Okay. So if you're playing like a long distance sniper, she's ideal to have as a second or third command to your particular commanders you like to play with. Let's see, cavalry augment increases chance of enemy ship modules. Okay, she destroys your modules such as secondaries or AA guns, or even the main guns themselves. Now that was a lot easier a while back, I believe 3 years ago, because I would aim for my enemy's main guns and take them out. Okay, run, fate simulated, cruiser gun travel speed, and weather shift time. They're not bad. St. Louis, Might of the Iris, Celebration, cooldown for all consumables, and main battery reload time. Okay, she's actually quite good. Because if you have something like a radar or a speed booster, she'll be ideal to have over in repair kits. Neptune, deal extra AP damage per 1% HP lost. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of those throughout the game lately. And we have... I know I have at least maybe 1 or 2. Did I even get 3? I did. So that just shows I was not on for 4 and 5. So 2 years. And because I own them, I don't have the ability to show what they do. Okay, Rosinium repair kits, bastard time repair, fire recovery time. Yeah. The older ones I'm probably gonna skip because I don't like doing that to viewers. Maximum speed. I know there's a good one. And yeah, incoming Fleet Cup. Sakura, she does aircraft, carrier at maximum speed. As you can see, I don't really use her. Because why do I want more speed to my aircraft carrier? I usually just want to keep a low profile. Yeah, because I know she's a destroyer type. It destroys average 8 damage per second. Okay. Yeah, the fact that I don't put too much into these here means they won't do too good. Ah, Queen Elizabeth. She's the one I was talking about. And yeah, main battery reload, AP shells damage increase, and the main battleship battery shell grouping. So it wasn't towards speed, it was actually the AP shells damage increased. She's still good. Yeah, amount of AP recovered from your repair kits. And she does a main battery dispersion. She's a good sniper if you're doing long range. So yeah, if you want good groupings and so forth, if I remember correctly. Amber Harbor, Belfast, and I usually use Junkum from the French territory for my French ships, and that's mostly because she has Pakistan. It's for that secondary booster. That and the flooding damage to your ship is reduced because I usually get caught in with destroyers trying to sink me. And the other good commander I would suggest is Nelson, because all incoming damage to your ship is reduced. The max is minus 6%, but still, she's quite good for damage taken to your ship. Okay, I think that's everything in the store. Let's take a look at the campaign. Okay, got it. I'd like to take a look at this ship. Well, it looks like I go all the way over to the side. Okay, Hector. 4 main guns in the front. I see some torpedoes on the side. And 3 in the back. So if you can, you might have 6 guns firing from one side. Maybe a 7 that they have it set properly. And honestly, I would stick to the HE shells. Torpedoes of 12. That's actually pretty good for a cruiser. And sonar, repair party, and smoke screen. Okay, I'm gonna try to go through the specs of this ship because it's a campaign one. Okay, main battery. 7 to 133 millimeters. Reload time 6.7. That's actually quite good. Yeah, that's. I guess people couldn't understand the stats before. That's why they did it this way. Okay. HE's damage, which is the way you want to go with is HE because AP, you're not really going to be damaging the ships too well. You're probably dealing with more HE, so you want to increase the fire damage and chance of setting ships on fire. Now, why does it have 2 sets? AP shell, maximum velocity. They should be about the same. Yeah, they are. Armor penetration, point blank range. Okay, so yeah, you really don't want to be using armor penetration at close range, because you're not even getting most of it. Armor penetration at max range. Okay. Fuse, I mean, threshold. I'm assuming this is like the warning of what the... So anything above 22, you're not really going to be penetrating with armor. I have to look at a few of those ships and see if there's differences. I'll just pick one right after I finish this ship review. But yeah, if that's the case, I would still stick to the HE because it doesn't matter, it just does splash damage. Okay, torpedoes. Reload time 96, that's a minute and a half. Detected by range of C. Clown and 3. Arming distance. Huh? Okay. I'll have to take a look at some of these stats later. They really did change a few things. Okay, AA. Let's see. We are looking for the range and comparing on damage. So 2.8. Are they going by? Yeah. No, they're not going by shortest to longest. What? How are they categorizing this? It's not by damage either. And it's not by who has a better barrel either. What the heck? Some messed up there. Because it's not by either name or anything. It's just randomly placed. I like the old system because it at least went down from long range to short range. I will say that because I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, that's going right. And then you see this, and it's like, hello? You're not putting this stuff in correctly. So, all in all, your majority of the A range is 3.9, but the absolute ranges looks like to be 2.8. No? 2.2. Okay. Max speed is 34 knots. Turning radius of 4.5. That's quite a good time of changing. Right, what was resource speed? 10 knots. That's actually new. So we know how fast we go going backwards. Concealment of 11 kilometers. And let's see, the one I'm looking for is air, which is 6.7. Okay. Yeah. This is like a floating steel duck. I mean by that is she's quite easy to sink. I'm not even sure this would be a good ship, but I'm seeing 2 sets of torpedoes each side. They might be stripped off easily by the time you get to use them. So do be warned. If you do have to fight her, honestly, aim anywhere from the guns themselves, just below, to the front section, because that's between, let's say, 15 to 26. And in a way, it looks like it's even worse on the back. So If you see someone running, they're actually easier to hit. High guns, high reload, and rapid reload for the torpedoes. The Hector in 1936, Great Britain started design of the cruiser based on a smaller version of the hull of the Salamoton class cruisers. I probably butcher that pronunciation. As a result, the Fuji class ships were developed. However, had Great Britain decided to build a full-size AA defense cruisers, the project could have been a image that involved an AA defense cruiser base for a full hull of the Belfast class ship. Yeah, it did seem like it had a lot of AA defense, just not a lot of range. So, yes, she was supposed to be for Great Britain, but hey, I'm guessing someone high command decided to go for more guns. Yeah, I think that's everything I've gone over. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, we don't have any more Tales of the Sea. We'll have that racing campaign coming up here shortly. And I think that's everything. So with that, thank you for watching the video and have a nice day.